all that said, I want to welcome you. I'm going to be your guide this morning on this very cold, chilly morning. So if you are on this call, I congratulate you for getting up. Staying in a nice warm bed might be a better option. Today I'm going to do a more gentle class, and I'm going to concentrate a lot on breathing and body and bringing those two together. With that, I'm going to have you just kind of come and sit in a comfortable position. And the main thing I want is for you to be comfortable. You might want to take a pillow. I have pillows here, or a blanket, and just fold it up and put it underneath your hips. This might make it a little bit more comfortable, and it brings your hips forward and your knees down. Then just put your hands on your knees comfortably and just relax your shoulders. You might pull them back, concentrate on your abs, belly button to your spine, and just begin to soften and begin to breathe. And not changing your breath in any way, just inhale and exhale. And just kind of notice, we had a little excitement before class, so we need to kind of calm down. We can do that by just softening and sitting and breathing and observing our breath. And just notice, you can feel the cold air through your nostrils. Breathe slightly out of your mouth. Relax your shoulders, your jaws. And then I want you to just kind of do a quick little body scan. Just being aware of the tension in your body. And you might want to start at the top of your head and just kind of move down through your jaw, your forehead, your shoulders, your neck, all the way through your arms, your hips, your knees. And just notice where you have any tension. And then I just want you to kind of focus in on that and just kind of breathe into that tension. Just noticing. And I'm going to see if I've got another. Oh, hi, there's Alan. Thank you for turning in. Don't forget that okay. Good morning, Alan. He just joined us. So anyway, just kind of sitting here and noticing, let's kind of bring the breath and our body together. So I'm going to have you take your hands out to the side, palms forward, and we're going to start to deepen our breath just a little bit. And we're going to inhale for about 4, and we're going to exhale for about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do that one more time before we bring our arms into it. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale very slowly, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now with this, let's take our arms up overhead and inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands facing each other. If you can touch, that would be great. And then exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale to the side, inhale up, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One last time, inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. So sitting right here, let's just kind of roll our shoulders around, come back to sitting and relax, and let's crunch our shoulders up to our ears, 2, 3, 4, and just drop them and feel the tension release. Inhale, crunch. Breathe through your nose, 2, 3, 4, and just drop. Inhale, crunch your shoulders to your ears, 4, 3, 2, 1, and drop, and just soften. Let's take a couple breaths here. And then we're going to go into a focused breath, alternate nostril breathing. So I want you to take your right hand, and it'll be opposite for you. And I want to take you want to take your middle finger and your ring finger, and you want to put it up to your forehead, okay? And what you're going to be doing is you're going to be your index finger and your middle finger here, and you're going to have your thumb and your ring finger that is open here. So you can watch me and then join in. We're going to do this about 10 times to really kind of clear out our mind. So anyway, you're going to inhale up, and then you're going to take your thumb and you're going to lightly press it on the side of your nose, and you're going to very slowly exhale on the left side of your nose. Then you're going to take your ring finger on your left side of your nose, and you're going to breathe up. And thumb at the top, and breathe and exhale out the left side. Leave that thumb there and gently breathe in. The left side, pause, switch fingers, open up your left thumb and exhale out. Inhale. Close your right nostril, pause, and exhale very slowly. Inhale through the left. Pause, ring finger closes the left nostril, and slowly breathe out. Inhale through the right. Close. And inhale. And close. Let's do that one more time. Inhale through the right. Close and exhale through your left nostril. Inhale. Close and exhale. Take your hands down and just let's pause for a moment here and notice how you feel. Do you feel more focused, more clear-headed, more balanced? Now I'm going to have you take your hands to the side here, and I'm going to have you follow me along and doing a sitting sun salutation. Oh no. Are you still there? My lights just went off. I have to go find the breaker. Can you still see me? I might just go ahead, if you can still hear me, and I'm going to see if I can get some light and kind of continue. Notice I can't open up. Okay. My breaker, my electricity just went off, and I just opened up the door in my garage with space heaters. So I think what I'm going to do is just kind of continue, and I'm assuming that you can still see and hear me because I'm on my battery on my computer. All right. What else can go wrong, huh? So what we're going to do is just kind of regroup, and we're going to breathe and actually just kind of notice that sometimes when we get stressed out, our mind kind of goes, and then our physical body begins to react to it. So you can see me and hear me. So anyway, let's just start where we were at. I'm going to do a sitting sun salutation. So you're sitting comfortably, just like you were before, and you're going to take your hands off to the side, and you can follow along, and I'll go slow enough. You're going to inhale and bringing your arms up overhead, palms facing each other. Lift out of your side body. Then you're going to I'm going to mirror you. You're going to take your right arm and you're going to slowly bring it down and tension on the side. Breathe up out of that side, left side, and just slowly do a side bend and exhale. You're going to inhale. Breathing up out of it, you're going to take your left arm, bring it down, and you're going to do a little side bend. We're still warming up the body, bringing it up. Then you're going to fold forward and come down as far as you can. If you need to kind of use a block or a pillow, or take your hands and put it on your chin just to hold that up, you just want to be comfortable. But if you can go down farther, just kind of go down and just kind of drop your head, and then just kind of shake your head back and forth, yes and no, pulling those hips back. And then you're going to start to curl your back, and you're going to drag those hands back up over your knees, past your knees, and then right behind you, your fingertips pointing towards your knees. Then you're going to push and bring that chest forward, and you're going to let that neck and your gaze go up to the corner of your room. And breathe into your chest and exhale, and then slowly come back. And we're going to do that on the same side. So you're going to bring your arms to the side, palms facing forward. Inhale, up, up, up. You're going to stretch out of your body, drop that right hand, fingertips, and you're going to stretch. Maybe this time you can go just a little bit farther. If not, that's okay. And then breathe into it, stretching that side body, waking it up, coming back up, nice and slow, stretching up the body, dropping the opposite hand down. Breathe in, stretch that side body, and gently go over to the other side. And breathe into it, and exhale slightly through your mouth. Breathe in through your nose, and through your mouth. And then coming up, joining your hands, and then bowing forward and stopping where you can. If you can put your forearms on the ground, that's great. If you need a pillow or a block to put your forehead on, just want to try and get your forehead touching something. And if you can go all the way down, just kind of relax down, soften, stretch your fingertips forward, take your hips back, shake your head, release, let go. And then when you're ready, start to curl that back and drag your hands all the way back over your thighs. Then bring your fingertips towards your back, and then just push up and bring that chest forward. Relaxed neck, looking up at the corner. And breathe into it, opening up our front body here. And then when you're ready, relax in here, okay? So now we're gonna do 2 on the other side, and we might go just a little bit quicker here. Still slow, but a little bit smoother, I guess. So I want you to just switch your legs that are in front here. And get into that comfortable position. And then bring your hands out to the side. So now we're going to breathe up very slowly. We might want to follow the gaze up to the corner of the ceiling. Now we're going to take our left hand and bring it down. Put your fingertips on the ground. Reach up out of your side body. Bend that other elbow and just do a side stretch. You might want to look up underneath your armpit. And then inhale back up and go to the other side. Inhale up and just bow forward, doing the same thing you did on the other side. If you can rest your forehead on a block or pillow, great. If you can go down, just kind of go down and kind of relax that back. Your back will curl a little bit more. And breathe into any tension along your spine, your shoulders, relax your shoulders. And then when you're ready, drag those hands back up over your thighs. Back behind you, and bring that chest forward. And relaxing. Sitting Sun Salutation one last time. Inhale, up. Out of your body, bring that left hand down. Let's stretch over. This is a side stretch, not a forward stretch. Inhale up and drop the other arm. And going to the other side, coming back up, bowing forward, relaxing, shaking our head. And then dragging those hands back. Great job. Okay, so we're heading for tabletop. So I'm going to have you just take your feet to the side here and make your way into tabletop. And I'm going to move this way so you can kind of see me, but you might want to stay on the long edge of your mat. And you want to take your hands and use your yogi hands apart, and you just kind of want to kind of claw into the mat as much as you can, especially your index finger and your thumb. Make sure that your wrist is over your shoulders, and you don't want to lock out your elbows. You just want a slight bend, and then you want your knees over your hip here. And just kind of getting set up. You can tuck your toes or you can leave them flat, whatever's comfortable for you. And then we want a flat back, but we want a strong abs. So I want you to take your belly button and bring it to your spine and have a really strong abs and relax any other part of your body that you can. Continue breathing that inhale and that exhale, letting go of any tension. One more breath. And then what we're going to do is we're going to drop our belly into cow. So you're going to drop that belly down and your shoulders, collarbone, it's collarbone, not shoulders, it's going to just kind of widen, and you're going to bring your head forward naturally here. This is really, my back is stiff, so I'm not going very far, and that's okay, just as long as you can feel that stretch. And then you're going to inhale, we're going to go into cat. So you're going to take that belly button up, and you're going to begin to curl, curl, curl. You're going to bring your chin to your chest. You're going to bring your pelvic under and curl those shoulder blades. And then you're going to slowly exhale out, coming back to cow. We're going to do those very smoothly. Inhale and exhale to cat. stretching, and coming down to cow. Let's do that one more time. Inhale. And let's try and get a really, really good stretch in our shoulders and our back and our chin to our chest. And then we're going to come down to neutral right here. We're going to kind of set up. And we're going to do a couple of wrist stretches. So why don't you take your right hand and let's just bring it to the side and just kind of circle it one direction and the other. Since my electricity went off, I'm in my garage. My heat lamps are off and it's pretty cold out there. So I'm glad I'm moving. And then bring your hand back down and then take that right hand. And I'm not mirroring you, but what you're going to do is let's just try and take your wrist back. And we're going to begin to stretch our forearm and our wrist. Now, this might be hard for you to do. So you might want to take a towel or you might want to roll up your mat and just bring it up so that you can comfortably put your palm down on the ground. You want to feel a nice stretch, but you don't want it to be painful, okay? And so once you get the position where you're at, just kind of rock very slowly back and forth. And just feel that stretch. Let's breathe into it. Inhale and exhale, and you're releasing and letting go any tension. If we're on the computer a lot, using our hands a lot, this is a really nice thing to do for that. Okay, good. So bring it out, shake it out, and then bring that palm down. And let's do it to the other side. Bring that left arm up and just circle your wrists around here. And then bring it back down. And then try and bring your wrist or your hand backwards and do the same thing here. This might feel a little bit different. You might have one wrist and forearm tighter than the other. Just be mindful of that. And breathe into it. And if you can go back and forth, just go back and forth, just stretching it. If you need to put something under your wrist, do that. We're still trying to protect our wrists. Great. Okay. So shake it out. And let's kind of shake our body out here. And I think we're going to do a shoulder stretch and we're going to do thread the needle. So here, you're going to take your right hand and you're going to bring it up. You've already done that little circle thing, and then you're just going to thread it underneath. Now here, depends on your flexibility here. You want to just kind of thread it. And if you need to get a pillow or a block, you can lay the side of your head on that. Or if you can go down further, you can. You want to feel a nice stretch along your shoulders and your upper shoulders. And just relax and breathe into any tension in that shoulder. If you want a little bit more, you can take that left arm and just kind of crawl it forward, and then you can stretch the other shoulder as well. And do 2 or 3 breaths. And then crawl that hand backwards if it was forward, and then just come out the same way that you went in, and then coming back down. You might want to do a couple cat-cows, loosen up that body, and let's do that on the left side. So you're going to take your left arm up, circle it a few times, and then just thread it underneath. You can lay that arm down and just lower your head. Your head might not be able to go down, and that's okay. Just go as far as you can feel that stretch in your arm and relax. And if you crawl that left hand up, you want to crawl this one up and just kind of stretch and breathe into it. One last inhale and one last exhale. Bring it back. Bring that left arm up and then bring it down. Okay, good job. Let's do a cow and then a cat. Just warming up our spine. And so now I'm going to turn. You can stay where you're at, but I'm going to turn to the side here. And I'm going to be in that tabletop. And I'm going to start with my right leg. And then you're going to take that right leg back, and you're going to have those toes straight down here, okay? And then you might want to bend it, and then just kind of pop it up and down like you're stamping your foot on the top of the ceiling. And then you might want to circle it in one direction, kind of loosening up your hip joints. And then coming back, and then straightening that, and then bring your toes down here. We stretched out our wrists, so now we have to stretch out our ankles and our calves. So just kind of slowly roll your toes back, feeling that in the calf, pulling the heel back, and then just roll forward to your toes, and then roll back. And let's do that 2 more times. Okay. So now what I'm going to have you do is you're going to pick up your foot and you're just going to cross it over that left leg. And I'm going to move again over here. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to twist your body and you're going to look over at that right foot. And then you're going to come out of it. And then you're going to look over that shoulder and look at your right toe. And let's do that again. Great. And then you're going to bring your foot up and bring it back in. You might want to do a cat-cow, and let's get ready for the other side. So now you're going to what did we do? Oh, I know. We lifted up our leg and toes pointing forward, and then we bent that leg like this, and then just kind of pump it forward to the ceiling. Here. And then circle it in one direction. Nice, great big circles around your head, or around your hip, and then around the other side. Great. And then bring it back, straighten up that leg, and then just take that left toe and place it on the ground behind the floor behind you, and just slowly rock back and forth, stretching out that calf all the way to your tippy toes, rolling back, stretching out that calf. And do that a couple times here. And then bringing it up. And now we're going to cross over. And we're going to do the same thing we did before. We're going to cross over. We're going to breathe in, and we're going to stretch to the side. And we're going to look at our left toes. And we're going to come back up. Look over your shoulder. And good. And coming back, bringing that back. Okay. So let's take our palms, one palm forward here. And I'm going to switch over again here. And we're going to go into that tabletop, but we're going to have our hands just one hand forward. Tuck your toes, and what we're going to do is just pull your hips back just as far as they'll go. If this is as far as they go, that's fine. Farther if you can, stretching out that back, pulling your hips back. Then we're going to slowly curl our spine, just like we did in cat, coming forward, and you're going to drop those hips And then you're going to follow the gaze up to the corner of the ceiling. We're going to do that a couple more times. Slowly come back. Go into that child's pose, that or puppy's pose, and stretch. Curl, curl, curl your back. And drop those hips all in one motion. Let's do that one more time. And curl. And dropping those hips. Good. Then coming back to tabletop, and we're going to tuck those toes because we're going to make our way to standing right now, okay? So you can just stand if you want, or you can just kind of walk your hands back to your knees and then just kind of slowly go up on your toes. You can balance yourself. You can stand up from here, but if you want to challenge yourself, you can put your arms forward and then just kind of start to stand up. Great. So let's kind of shake it out here. You know, hips from side to side. And let's go into mountain pose. So in mountain pose, you're going to have your toes forward on your mat, even weight on your feet, ankles by your hips. Your belly button is going to be to that spine, and take your shoulder up and roll it back. And you're going to be placing your palms forward. And I'm just going to have us do 3 deep circular breaths. Inhale and exhale through your nose. Inhale and exhale. I'm backing up because my head was not there. Excellent. So from here, let's go back to that breathing mountain. So we're going to inhale, just like we did in the beginning when we were sitting. Hands touch if they can, and draw that down. Inhale. Exhale down. Inhale. And exhale down. Great. So let's start with our hands on our hips. And then we're going to go into Warrior 2. So I want you to take your right foot and we're going to set up and put your toes to the short end of your mat. And then you're going to make sure that your back foot and your heel are kind of intersecting. And then just kind of take your hands, and you want your hips to be going forward. Put your hands on your hips, and then kind of bend that right knee, and notice what that knee is doing. Sometimes it likes to sway forward. Just try and bring it back just a little bit more. If you can see your toe, that's great. And just make sure that you're at a comfortable stance here. And then just breathe and settle in, getting that strong foundation. And when you're ready, you can take your arms out to the side and just kind of look over your right fingertips. Settle in, feeling that strong foundation. And then now we're going to do that same flow. We're going to bring our palms up to the ceiling and bend your elbows just slightly. And at that point, your shoulder blades should come together, and you're going to soften your shoulders, letting go. And so now we're going to inhale up, overhead, and we're going to exhale down, letting the tension go. Inhale through our nose and exhale. One last time. Inhale and exhale. And pause here. Then you're going to flip that right palm and just kind of reach your body forward, kind of at an angle. And then you're going to tick-tock your arms into reverse, just like this. Your left hand on the back of your leg, comfortable left shoulder, and bring that right arm straight forward. Notice if your knee is still bent or if it's straightened. And then if you want, you can go back just a little bit more. And now from here, we're going to bring our arms over, and we're going to take that right arm and we're going to lay it on our right thigh, and then we're going to bring that arm up. And we're going to breathe in and exhale out. Great. And then very slowly, you're going to come back up and straighten arms to the side and straighten that leg, and then bring your right toe. Hands to the hips, adjust your feet, and then bring your arms up to star. You want to look up to the ceiling, stretching that body like you're stretching like a star. And then you might want to lean back, your hips forward, and coming back a couple times. Good. And then you might want to bring your arms into cactus and up. Cactus to your arms. Getting a full body stretch. And then now your hands to your hips. And let's do that same sequence on the left side. Warrior two. Take your left toes to the front. Situate your legs. You don't want them too close together or too far. You want to be comfortable. And your heels should be intersecting around your back foot, your arch. And then hands on hips. Bring those hips forward, straight forward, and then bend that right knee. Settle in your belly button to your spine to get that foundation. To get that foundation here. And then notice your knee. If it's splaying forward, can you just push it back just a tiny bit? Eventually, it'll go back further, and you want to look down and see if you can see your toe. Once you have that foundation, take your arms out to the side, strong warrior two arms, and look over your left fingertips. Inhale and settle in. Inhale and settle in. Flip your palms, slightly bend your elbows, relax those shoulder blades. They should be going in. And now we're going to straighten that leg. Inhale up. And we're going to exhale. Soften down. Inhale. Soften down. Great job, guys. I can't see who's all there. But, okay, so now we're going to straighten that leg, hands on the hips. Here, wide angle pose, and you can do two things. We're just going to twist from side to side. You can have your hands on your hips, whatever's comfortable. You can go to cactus arms and just go back and forth from here. Then your hands back on your hips, and let's heel toe your feet in. And now we're going to try and do that toe balance going down. And this is just something for fun. Balancing is kind of hard sometimes, so if you just want to sit on the mat, anyway, that works too. But if you want to start out and try this, what you're going to do is come into that mountain pose, bend your knees. Your arms are going to be forward. And to balance down, you want to have strong abs, so that belly button to your spine, and you want to take a point and you want to focus it somewhere. And you're just going to slowly bend your knees like you're sitting in a chair. And then when you get to a point that your heels have to pop up, let them pop up. If you fall out, that's fine. And then you come down, and if you've made it this far, you might want to take, I'm going to fall out, your arms around. You want to curl up like a ball. And if you want to put your hands down and support, you can. And then you want to come down into sitting. Great. So let's go ahead, go into staff pose. So you're going to kind of sit up straight, kind of get the flesh behind your hips back. You want to straight back, and you want your feet to be flexed and pointing up, okay? You want your hands to the side. And let's just pause here and breathe. And then when you're ready, you can slightly, with a flat back, just start crawling your hands forward. And stop. And breathe into it. And then bring your hands back to your side. Breathe in, straighten your back, and let's crawl forward and just see if you can go just a tiny bit farther. And then coming back. Last time. Curl forward. Or flat back forward, hands to the side. Take a deep breath in, and now just relax your whole body. Curl the spine, shake your head, shake your shoulders, wiggle your feet. And breathe in and breathe out. Letting all that tension just kind of flow out of your body. And then begin to curl back up, just sitting in a staff pose. All right, last pose before we go down into resting. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your right leg and you're going to bring it, we're going to do a half lords or a twist. So you can bring your foot just inside your leg here to begin, or you might want to cross it over, but just make sure that you're protecting your knee. And then you're going to sit up and you're going to take your opposite arm, in my case, it's my left, and I'm going to wrap it around my knee. Good. And then you're going to take your right arm. I'm going to bring that up. And just like we did before, I'm going to get up out of my side body, and I'm going to take my arm back, and I'm going to put my thumb and my fingertips at the base of my spine. And then I'm going to push up, and then I'm going to turn and twist in the middle of my spine, and my head's going to go, my neck, we're going to do a little neck stretch, but don't strain it. And then staying here, just bring your neck forward slowly and look over the other shoulder. Inhale, looking over the right shoulder, and slowly coming back around. Now you want to make sure that you're getting a nice stretch and you're not hurting your neck. If you have any pains in your neck, you want to stop. And then you're just going to come right back out. Flop your legs, and let's do the other side. So you can decide, you can bring that left foot in the inside, clasp your knees or your hands, interlace hands around your shin. And then if you want, you can bring that over. Sitting up straight, you're going to take now your right hand and bring it around your knee. And then you're going to take your left hand up and out of your side and take that thumb and your fingertips at the back part of your back or your seat. And then you're going to inhale up and you're going to twist. And you're going to look over your left shoulder, staying straight. Slowly bring your head around, stretching that neck, and try and look over your right shoulder. Over, and then stretching. One more time. Inhale, moving that neck around to the other side, bringing your head, and then coming to the side here. Okay. So coming to your side, I'm moving. You don't have to move. You want to take your feet to the side of your mat, arms forward, and just roll down to your mat. And you might want to take your knees and just kind of windshield wiper them one side to the other to loosen up your back. And then you want to take both of your knees, interlace your hands, and just kind of pull your knees into your chest. And then you might want to rock back and forth, massaging your lower back. And then keeping your right knee up, you want to take your left foot down on the ground, knee up to the ceiling. Flex your feet, and then you can just pull that in to your shoulder. Now you can leave your knee bent, or if you want, you can straighten out that leg, and you're going to get a little bit more stretch, but it just depends on where you feel today. And breathe in, pulling that knee to your chest, and then taking your interlaced fingers behind your calves and just straighten that leg. And then just kind of pull that thigh forward towards your face. And you should feel a nice stretch in the back of your hamstrings. It should be a nice stretch, not one that hurts. And then come out, flex your feet, your foot, and point and flex. Point and flex. Point and flex. Bring that knee down. Take your opposite arm, in this case my left arm, over my thigh, right arm to the side, and just do a nice easy supine twist. Looking over your right shoulder, trying to keep both shoulder blades on the ground, and soften. Go back to inhaling and letting it go. And exhale. Slowly unwind, bring both knees up, and now take your left knee into your shoulder and pull it in, stretching out your hip. You can leave your right knee bent, or you can straighten it. And tucking it in and breathing. Flexing both feet. And then when you're ready, take your interlaced fingers behind your hamstrings, and then just kind of pull forward gently, just getting that nice stretch in your hamstrings. Good job. So now we're going to bring that knee back in. And take your right hand over the top of your left knee and just kind of guide it over, shoulders on the ground, and look over your left shoulder and melt into your mat, relaxing your shoulders, your jaw. And as you're ready, just begin to unwind, bringing those knees up, and now gathering both of those knees, clasping your hands over your shins, and just kind of pull in, rock back and forth. If you want, you can bring your forehead to your knees into a little ball, and then tense everything up, and now we're going to release. And you're going to take your arms out to your sides, your legs out into resting pose. You want to splay your feet, your arms. If there's anything else that you need to do at this point, do that. And when you're ready, go back into resting pose and just relax. We'll do a few minutes in resting pose. I'll bring you out, or I'm going to sit up, but you can stay in resting pose, and I will guide you out in a couple minutes. You can begin to bring your awareness back into your body. Notice your breath, the soft inhale, the soft exhale. You can begin by wiggling your fingers and your toes, rocking your head from side to side. You might want to do bigger motions with your wrists and your ankles. If you like, you can do a nice body stretch, stretching your arms overhead, stretching your legs out and pointing and flexing, and then relaxing. Eventually, when you're ready, rolling over to either side, your right or your left, in a fetal position. And just pause here, thanking yourself for coming to class today on this cold, chilly morning. And then taking your top hand and pushing it up, and you're going to come to that nice, easy sitting position that we began class with. Hands on our knees. We're going to take our right hand over our heart and our left, and we're going to do 3 community deep breaths together. We're going to inhale and exhale through our mouth. Inhale. Exhale. One last time. Inhale and exhale. And I want to thank you for joining me this morning. Despite the breaker going off and my video not working, I appreciate you being here. Thank you. Namaste. Okay, I think I am going to go ahead and end this. I see Alan was on there. Thank you. Thank you, Alan. Thank you for putting up with all of this. And thank you, Scotty. All right, I'm going to end and have a great day. Bye.